This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration. This podcast is sponsored by Lever Consulting, editing with a purpose. Check them out at leverconsulting.com for a free consultation.
Hey friends, you're listening to the Cat and V Show. Pour yourself a juicy cup of tea, grab a seat, and get ready for us to dish.
Hey guys, welcome to the Cat and V Show, where we shop a lot for very cheap.
Oh my gosh. Okay, story time, actually. I took V to Five and Below for the first time. So I got to experience her first reaction ever. I wish we were vlogging at the time because, oh my gosh. So V's a pretty, positive person. But, I think this was, 2 years into our friendship, maybe a little less than 2 years into our friendship. So, I had never seen her actually be just so excited. Just actually excited about anything because V, you're kind of generally she stays in the
Where
safe.
are you going with this?
I don't know. But I've just never seen you I've never seen you so enthusiastic and so just straight up she was shaking, okay?
Okay, you saw me on my wedding. Was I not that happy at my wedding?
Didn't we go to Five and Below before your wedding?
No. This was post-wedding.
Post-wedding. I think, but that's different because that's a different type of excitement. It's that was more of a magical best day of your life excitement. I think this could be actually honestly be maybe second best day of your life because that's how excited you were about Five and Below.
Oh my god.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Because I don't know. You just here's where I was going. V has low expectations for a lot of things.
Okay, correction. I have low expectations for everything. That way I'm never disappointed.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to go. I just couldn't think of the words for it. But yeah, that's exact. So that's why it's rare to see V so extremely excited. I'm telling you, we walked into this store and it was we were walking down Broadway for the first time. Her eyes got so huge and she was oh my god, this is a brand name item and it's only $3.
I'm a little bit of a cheapskate, guys. Just a little bit.
There's cheapskate, but honestly, there are a lot of strengths to being a cheapskate. So I'm not gonna this girl, she will MacGyver DIY anything and everything. And honestly, I admire that quality. But either way, she was I don't know, they were playing some generic pop music, probably top 10, and she was literally just shaking and dancing through the aisles of this Five and Below. And I was just you would have thought that I took her to some magical Disneyland or something, the way she reacted to Five and Below. Anyway, that's the opening to the topic that we're talking about, which is discount stores. I believe V also has a series where she went to different dollar stores, or no, was it the Dollar Trees?
No, I've done it on a couple different stores where I go to a Dollar Tree or a Ross or a Marshall's. And I go to that same store at 5 different locations to compare, how the store is, how the merchandise is. And you'd be shocked by how different the same store could be just the one town over. Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if, you would go thrifting. Because, it's common knowledge that when you thrift in a wealthier neighborhood, you're going to find more... Better stuff, exactly. But yeah, I highly just suggest, shameless plug. She's got a whole series, right? On YouTube.
Yeah, it's my YouTube channel. I'll have it linked down below. I am definitely the queen of cringe. Like, okay, every time I watch myself to edit the videos, it's like just my butt is wiggling, and that's how you know it's a good day.
Legitimately, just like she's just. I had never seen her so happy. It was like so unexpected because we were. I don't know. It was a particularly stressful week for us because we had a lot to do. I think we called it like busy bitch week.
Yeah, that was during busy bitch week.
Yeah, so we were having like I think this was our break, I guess. And I wasn't expecting her to be that excited.
Always expect the unexpected.
Exactly. But so recently at Ross, so Ross and Dee Dee's, do they have another like branch of the store? Are they the same thing?
No, they're not, because TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Burlington are all the branch of the same corporation, and Dee Dee's and Ross are over there on the side doing their own thing.
Right. And then Dee Dee's is like for the lower income communities? Yeah. Okay. But you can find it's kind of a tradition that V and I have. Every time I come to visit her, we go to Dee Dee's. Because it's like, it's what we do. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun because things at Dee Dee's are like mostly under $10. Most of the cute clothing items, I think.
Yeah, and you can randomly find something good.
Yeah. I think the most expensive thing I've ever bought from Dee Dee's was probably $16.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
Yeah.
And that might have been like a pair of shoes.
But I found some brand name stuff at Dee Dee's. I got this sweater. I forgot what brand it was, but it was like a cashmere sweater at Dee Dee's for like $10. So, yeah. On top of that, funny story, just because Jordan and I, within walking distance of our hotel is like a little shopping center that has actually Ross, Marshalls, and Burlington.
Oh my gosh.
Like just in the same complex. And I don't know, I was a little disappointed with Burlington. I don't know what I was expecting, but it just wasn't, I don't know, I didn't really love it. But oh my gosh, we were at, I think it was Marshall's, and I come over and Jordan has like the most hideous pair of like Nike brand, I don't even know, they're not sweatpants, but they're like soccer pants material, I guess. I don't know. But they were like bright red plaid. I'm going to have to, I'll post a picture of it on Instagram. They are like limited edition Nike. He got them for like $20 and he's going to wear them while we go skiing during Gaper Week. Gaper Week is
no.
The Gaper Week is like, well, I guess like in the skiing culture, a gaper is like a tourist who doesn't know what they're doing, basically. So like Gaper Week is when people just dress like over the top touristy, or like some people will have like a legitimate, you know, the blow up dinosaur costumes and stuff like that. Like they're that extra. So I don't know. But I'm sure at some point these pants were probably over $100 because they're Nike and limited edition. But I legitimately, when he like was holding them up, I was like, I hope that's a joke. I'm glad it was a joke, but I was like, I hope that's a joke. Oh my gosh. I mean, if we go, never mind. Well, I'll talk about it later. But yeah, what's like the best find you found like at a discount store?
All right, so the most expensive find I've ever found was from the fashion company New York. It was a cashmere and wool dress that you can see the like New York tag on it from like the original like manufacturers. It was, I think it was like $180 dress, and I got it for $8.99. And I was so excited.
Gosh.
Yeah, like at a fraction of the price.
You can get Calvin Klein is another one that you find at these stores a lot for pretty cheap too.
I think I have a picture like holding up the receipt with the New York receipt on the back and the DD's receipt on the or like tag on the front.
Oh, I think you posted it on your private Instagram.
Yeah, I did. Like, excuse me, who would pay this much for this dress? Not me. I paid $8 for it.
Oh my god.
I recently, quote unquote, manifested a pair of shoes at DD's. They were Adidas, and I love them, and I wear them a lot.
Yes, I was there when that happened. And they were what, like $35?
Yeah, they were $30.
$30, and they're usually like over $100 because Adidas.
And then, like, if you want to like have more chances of running into like higher, like more expensive brand than you would go to Ross, but like you can still find random good shit at DD's. And then I've recently like gotten into looking into like Marshalls and stuff like that. But I'm used to going to the cheapest store possible, and I think that's because I am super cheap and frugal and all of that. Like, I could never phantom buying something that wasn't on sale. Like, it bothers me. I'm always, like, coupon hunting or looking for promo codes. Except for food.
I need to take a few notes out of your book because I'm actually a lot better at saving than I used to be. I've talked about how like a weird ass symptom of bipolar disorder is just overspending. It's so weird. Like, you wouldn't think that would be a symptom of a mental illness because it's just kind of like, it's a common thing, I guess, that some people just don't have the knowledge to save money. But either way, I'm a little better at it now. But I'm fucked because my boyfriend is like, he's a little bougie. He's just a little, he's one of those people that like, oh, I was shopping for an iPad and I was trying to decide between the smaller one and the bigger one. And the bigger one is like surprisingly, quote, only $100 more than the smaller one, which, to be fair, Apple prices, like, I guess I would expect it to be more expensive than what, like, it would be, like, I would expect it to be like $200-$300 more to get the bigger one, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, whatever. And I was just like, no, I do not need the bigger one. I can get the smaller one. And it wasn't really even about saving the $100. It was just literally, I thought the smaller one would be more functional for what I needed it for. But yeah, so that's what I'm stuck with. But he's still gonna go to the discount stores. But he also is so, and he does try to save money when he's shopping for said expensive items. Like, he's not like just gonna buy something off the shelf without doing research, but he leans more towards the expensive items. And it's so funny. I think you've witnessed this. Legitimately, whenever I go shopping, I always pick it up and then I turn it over and it's always so expensive. Like,
yeah, it's always like $500-$600.
And I'm just like, no, it's not. Like, I don't know. It's always more expensive than you would think. So I just have expensive taste. But I think that for the purposes of my relationship, we're working on it together to not enable each other, but I would prefer somebody who knows how to spend money and like have a good time than somebody who's like, because I've been with Billy Bob, and he was like the exact opposite. It wouldn't spend money on anything, and he was miserable all the time because he would try to save a dime. You know, like, yeah, so there's a difference between, like, being smart about it, like V, where she's just literally so good at saving money, and just, I don't know, you've always been that way for your entire life.
Yeah, I saved up enough for a down payment on a house. I'm in a house now.
Yeah, you have a house.
Now I'm going to keep saving until I can pay it off.
It's just an adulting thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our talk on discount stores, and I don't know, maybe...
Yeah, go to discount stores. You'll be surprised.
Maybe we can do an episode on, like, the tips on how to save money. Or something like that.
How to be a cheap bitch. I can be a cheap bitch.
You want to talk about it that way. But yeah, anyway, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram at the Cat and V Show, and check out our other podcasts. How's that working for you? Because that's where we talk about the more pressing and serious issues with mental illness.
All right, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Sarah and Scooter Podcast is a conversation between...
You guessed it.
Sarah.
And Scooter. We are not experts on any of these topics.
Just hoping to spark something like an idea, conversation, or even a revelation.
Subjects will vary depending on our friends, family, and community.
Sometimes it will be what we want to talk about.
New episodes drop every week on all of your favorite podcast formats.
So pull up a chair and
let's talk about stuff.